Welcome back to another Shields of Shame video, everyone. I hope you're well. I had to make a video about this. If you've seen the post in the community section of the YouTube channel, then you're aware of the $10,300 fee that the Martin County Sheriff's Office in Florida is trying to charge me. But let's take a deeper look at this because this is absolutely insane. But I don't have to tell you that. You probably already figured that out. So you may say, well, what did you request that cost that much money? My request should have cost no more than $25. One of the things I requested was for 4 officers is any Garrity or Miranda warnings on file for duration of employment with the Martin County Sheriff's Office. Now, even if they each have one Garrity form, we're talking about one page with no redactions, with just a date and a signature. It's how I find interviews of cops and such. I always ask for the Garrity warning. And then I ask for the image on file service photo of each officer. Again, no redactions. There's nothing to that. I have never, that I can think of, never paid for a photo of an officer from any agency, and I have hundreds of them. And then we get to the part where I think we're having our issue is I want the Axon body cam audit trail report for each officer for the duration of their employments. And I was even nice enough to send instructions for exporting that audit trail to a PDF. And the link goes to Axon's website, which they use Axon body camera because that's what's shown in the video. Let me show you a request I did in Florida that's exactly like this. And this was a records request from Bunnell Police Department. It was over a video that this crazy sergeant was in. It was a Honor Your Oath Civil Rights Investigations video with Jeff Gray.
Like I said, I'm not convinced it's any of your business what I'm doing out here.
Listen, if you're a private investigator and you're working, that's fine, but you need to verify
I'm still not convinced it's any of your business.
Oh, I see.
Where he was pulled over late at night by this sergeant. To me, she seemed like she may have been under the influence of some type of... So I wanted to get her Axon body cam audit trail reports and pull some of her body cam. So my initial request to... Let's see if it's up here. So here it is right here. I'm requesting the following records in relation to Don Harris. Again, Bunnell is in Florida, and so is the Martin County Sheriff's Office. I requested the first page of all use of force incidents for duration of employment with their agency, her disciplinary IA file, her personnel file, arrest by adult history, all the rest Harris has made, body cam audit trail from 2018 to 2023. This is actually a lot more than the request of the Martin County Sheriff's Office. The personnel file is one of the most expensive files that I sometimes request because there's really not much to it. There's not a lot to gain from it unless you just really want to know about the cops, see their application and their questionnaire and all that stuff. It is an expensive file to get because there are a lot of redactions that they have to do to the file. Disciplinary file, kind of the same way. There's a lot of personal information in some of the reports, some of the complaints, so that stuff has to be redacted. So they responded, Sergeant Harris has been with the Bunnell Police Department since May 22nd, 2023. Attached is her BWC audit trail and audit arrest history since she has been with us. There has been no use of force reports or IA investigations involving Sergeant Harris while employed at, that's what it should have said, Bunnell Police Department. Personnel files are maintained by the city of Bunnell's Human Resources, not by the police department. Now, I didn't go and request the personnel file from the City Hall. In fact, around this time is when I stopped using Proton Mail, and to be honest with you, I totally forgot about the request that I did behind this. So as we go on down here, we see that he sent me the body cam audit trail reports. These are pretty large files. We'll take a look at one of them. And this one is not that big, but there's a lot here. Notice Notice the way this is exported out. Now this is a Axon Body Cam Audit Trail Report 2. Axon 4 is out now, Axon Body 4. So the two reports are a little bit different. I'm not sure which version of Axon Body Camera the Martin County Sheriff's Office uses, but the report is not much different, so it doesn't really matter what the version is. Again, I didn't pay anything for this one, and you can go to the link, I'll put it in the description, and you can look at these audit trails and see what they look like. This is a much larger one than the other one. This goes on for quite some time. But basically, in case you're wondering what this report is, I'm actually working on a video now that goes into a little bit of a deeper explanation of this and how to use it. But for now, just know that this report shows the incidents and the video count that was offloaded. So I know that it doesn't have a crime or anything on here, so it's really a lot of guesswork. If we go on down here, we'll see some of these should have a description. Like right here, suspicious person, blah, blah, blah. And I would just copy the evidence ID, email them and say, I would like to get the body cam from the evidence ID. And they would send me an invoice, say, hey, this is how much it's gonna cost. It would be a lot more helpful if we knew how long these segments were. But it just goes on to show firmware version. Whenever a button's pushed on the body cam, shows the battery levels. So it's a handy report to get if you want to go through and be methodical. I'm very methodical. I would start at the very top and work my way down through the body cam request. To give you a better example of what I do with that audit trail report, this is a request I made a couple weeks ago. I've actually just received this in the mail yesterday, day before yesterday. And these are a lot of segments of body cam. Now, would you agree that this would probably cost a hell of a lot more than the Axon Body Cam Audit Trail Report, the Garrity warning, and their image? It should. It should cost a whole lot more, but it doesn't. This entire request, and just so you know, to break it down a little further, these are incidents. Each one of these is a completely different incident on a completely different day, and it is the body cam from Usry. For those of you who've been wanting to know, when are we going to see more of Usry? Well, you're going to see a lot of him real soon, because we have a lot of his body cam we just got, and also I still have a lot of the previous requests that I haven't had time to get to yet. This entire request cost me $131, not $10,000, $131. This is definitely illegal. In my opinion, they are using prior restraint to prevent me from disseminating information to the public by using excessive fees. So that's pretty much the sum of the video, ladies and gentlemen. As you've seen, the documents that I got from another agency were completely free, and now this agency trying to charge me $10,000 for the Axon Body Cam Audit Trail Report, because there's no way the Garrity form and image of these cops cost $10,000. Paying for that Axon Body Cam Audit Trail Report is rare, by the way. I rarely ever have to pay for that. This is pretty severe. This is pretty severe in my book, and I will tell you this, that I don't talk about lawsuits because that's not what I'm into. I'm into exposing corruption, dirty cops, and making the citizens of those areas aware of what they're dealing with, and to tell a broader story about things. So what have I done so far? Well, since they sent me this email this morning with the invoice, and someone commented that maybe this is a clerical mistake. No, because they input it in on the website, on the portal, and they made a PDF document explaining everything. I'm not sure. Here's the part that really puzzles me, is that it's going to take 412 hours to complete the task. I showed you what an Axon Body Cam Audit Trail Report is and how that was free. Here is what a Garrity form looks like. It's one single page, There are no redactions. It just has the signature of the cop, the badge number, and the date that they were interviewed by the law enforcement agency for whatever they did, whatever policy violation. It's all policy when it comes to Garrity. That's why I asked for Garrity and Miranda, because Miranda is criminal, Garrity is administrative. So 412 hours. Listen, I don't care if someone took a pen and a notebook and wrote down every single bit of information from the Axon body cam trail report. It still wouldn't come out to 412 hours. You can write out the entire sheriff's office manual, policy manual. It wouldn't take 412 hours. That is absolutely insane. This entire request is going to end up in a place. Like I said, I don't talk about lawsuits, but it looks like this may be headed in that direction. This evidence is overwhelming, and I want to see someone tell me what exactly is going to take 412 hours. How many body cam audit trail reports do I have? And how many agencies did I get them from? A lot. You can find the Axon body cam audit trail report on the page for a lot of the cops that I have made videos about. It's one of the ways I get their body cam. So I can't wait to hear what takes 412 damn hours to do. I can literally drive there, take a camera, snap a picture of what I need, and drive back home, and still would have plenty of time left. If you have an open record story, share it in the comments. If you need to reach out to me in regards to open records, or maybe you're having a similar issue, let me know. I want to know if you got screenshots, phone conversations that were recorded, and things of that nature. Let me know in the comments. You can reach out to me on Facebook under the same name, Shields of Shame, which is how a lot of people contact me, and is where a lot of these stories are born. I just wanted to share this with you guys because this could grow substantially. So I'm just letting you know about it now. That way, when we start really getting into this and see some people held accountable, investigated, potentially sued over this, you'll know what's up. Peace and love.